The genesis of the Fursa challenge was actually to give young people an opportunity in order for them to be part of the solutions on the challenges that they are facing. You remember during COVID, there was a lot of job losses. You found that young people were engaged in a lot of alcohol and drugs. There was a lot of teenage pregnancies. And then we found out that there was also a lot of mental health issues. When I look back on the challenges that NYC has been able to post out there to young people, we started with Fursa Mashinani. This is where we were looking for solutions from the grassroots. On the second year, we went ahead to do the Fursa and Economic Challenge. I believe you remember that was after the COVID, just being able to bring the young people on board to come up with solutions after the COVID. Later on, we had a Fursathon, which we did last year. And currently this year, we are doing a Fursa Challenge, where we are having a challenge for youth to come up with a youth song. The youth song is looking at ensuring that we are promoting national cohesion, we are promoting youth patriotism, and we are promoting unity amongst the youth. My name is Margaret Kyogora, the Acting CEO of National Youth Council, a state agency under the Ministry of Youth Affairs, the Arts and Sports, under the great leadership of our Honorable CS Ababna Mwamba, our PS Ismail Made, and our PS Engineer Peter Tum.
On this project by the National Youth Council, what you're looking out for is exceptionalism in terms of content. Just guys who have that X factor in terms of their singing, their delivery, their passion.
Creativity, we're looking for people that are patriotic. We're looking for people that sound good.
We're also looking at, from the content they submitted, was the messaging right based on the brief that you gave them, or the theme. So messaging. Also looking out for things like the vibe, the entertainment. Essentially music mostly is just about entertainment and communicating. So the vibe, the entertainment X factor, how's the melody, how's the groove, how's the arrangement. Yeah, and just how all these different types or aspects of musicianship gel into one nice or dope song.
I think we have found some really, really fantastic musicians. Kenya is full of talent, and we should never ever think that there's no talent in this country. Out of the many entries that came in, it was so difficult to choose just 4 people because there were so many fantastic musicians.
Because there's over, I think, 200 submissions that we had to go over and just listen. A lot of jokers too.
The funny thing about Kenya is it doesn't matter what we're going through, there's always the meme culture that's very, very alive. And I think if some of these auditions could be shown, I think we'll have a lot of memes for quite a while.
Which also makes it hard because it throws you off. But I guess in any pool of content where guys are submitting, there's people who know they have the talent and there's people who would like or wish or dream to have the talent, but in their mind, they believe they have the talent. So there's guys who even came with poetry and spoken word. A guy was chilling in the bathroom and just decided, Kunile Tunileona. He walks out in a vest, chucks his phone, and starts saying, stuff. There was a lady who, I think she was walking, she pulled out her phone, she could not sing to save anything. But that's part of the fun when you're trying to look for content. Also, it was hard because we had about 10 very good submissions. And now we had to go over and over and just look at the pointers. We had about 5 points that we're looking at, which I've mentioned some, which now we eventually had to settle on the 4. And the 4 is mainly because now from the third, when we go to the third winner, which is position 1, 2, and 3, there was a tie between position 3 and 4. And we just felt, as a judge's choice, then it just makes sense to work or, award the 4.
And that's not to say that the ones who weren't chosen were not fantastic musicians, and that they didn't have a special thing to say about the youth and about this country. We believe that the youth have so much to offer, and especially in the creative scene, there's so much for them to say, and they're brilliant. They're amazing people.
Actually, they say music unites. Even if it's Lingala that you do not understand, that music actually unites us, the beat of that music. You can dance to a French song just because of the beat, without even understanding what the song is all about. So for me, one thing I love about music, it nourishes our souls, it really relaxes us, it connects us as people, and it brings so much joy. Even when you're having a bad day and you get to a situation where there's music, for some reason it relaxes you. You'll find yourself finding a beat and even having a move because of that music. So music is actually the world language to all of us.
Well, since time immemorial, music has always been a huge medium of communication, and it was important for us to use music to communicate a couple of things.
My favorite music is actually genge. You'll be very shocked, but I love genge. The reason why I love genge is because when we were in high school, that was the music that came up. And then we realized that a lot of young people had the talent. This is the music that actually brought us up as the youth. I know it has really transformed to gengeton, but still a wonderful music for a different generation. We want a situation where young people feel they are involved. Not just involved in giving the problems, but being involved in coming up with solutions. If young people can be able to bring that song that connects all of us, because as I said, music connects us. If the young person can be able to come up with a song that connects each and every one of us, you can imagine the impact that it has.
Youth understand things well and better through music. Music is a good approach to use to communicate to youth.
When we look back to the song about Kenya in Chiambu, a song that was sung a long time ago, but I believe all of us resonate with that song. The minute that song plays during the national celebrations, I don't know if you feel a goosebump, because it shows you that actually my country, I should be patriotic, I should ensure that I'm contributing to the economic development of this country. So that's the reason why we are telling young people, come out here, bring us the new modern song of patriotism that you resonate with. Yes, we appreciate our forefathers and the people who have come up and composed a lot of songs to unite us, but we want another one where we are saying as young people, now we've been part of it. So that's the reason why we are coming up to call for young youth to come and be part of this solution. The other reason why we chose a youth song, because you remember Talanta Hela is a brand for our ministry. So it will be such an anomaly if we do not promote the brand for our ministry, because Talanta Hela is talking about bringing money to your pocket as a young person. And what best way to do it rather than to give a youth song so that young people can feel included and they can take advantage of that opportunity to enjoy the benefits of talent and money. Being able to kuweka pesa mfukoni kama kijana wa nchi ya Kenya. The challenges that we've been able to carry out in the previous years have been quite impactful. One of the reasons why, it's because one, the youth of Kenya, or this country, have been able to come out and participate in them. And that was one of our main objectives, having youth participate. Leave alone even the outcome of what they're participating in, but the young people being able to just come out and just try an opportunity and try out the solution that are being asked for.
The submissions clearly showed that not only did they understand what we were trying to tell them in terms of rules and the theme, but just out of their own interest, they were really passionate about communicating things like cohesion, togetherness, appreciating the spirit of being a Kenyan or Kenyanism. And that patriotic aspect was well brought out by them, trying to speak about things like drug abuse and encouraging their peers not to engage in things that, would be detrimental to their health, or speaking about, the hustle, encouraging each other that, you gotta work hard, go for it, have the grit and tenacity, have the passion to follow your dreams and passion, and also just from the general outlook of shared values as a country, as citizens. This was in the brief, but also most of them actually took it further, to talk about family values, brotherhood, sisterhood. This can be clearly heard from the hook that you have in the song about Memorial and my birthday, my sister. It's all about unity, togetherness, coming together, synergizing efforts, and just pursuing that goal as one.
When you look at mental health, you remember initially mental health was not a conversation that was being had in this country. But when you look, there's a video that circulated of a young mother giving a story of how his son committed suicide. That event, you will be shocked that it was done by National Youth Council. Being able to have a challenge on how do we solve the issues of mental health. And during one of these kikaos or a dialogue, that's when now people started opening up on what is going on, what's happening to young people. You realize either they are on drugs and substance abuse, either they are having issues with mental health. And for us, it feels that it opened up a conversation about mental health. And we really appreciate that now even the nation has taken it very seriously to ensure that we are coming up with solutions, not just for the young people, but for the entire country as a whole. Some of the out of norm ideas we are planning for, we're very excited. First of all, when you look at what we are doing right now and been able to do with the youth challenge, the youth song challenge, we are hoping that we can be able to go into other areas of arts. We can be able to have a challenge of young people being able to just develop a video that communicates on different solutions for our country.
It's going to give them a platform so that they're able to speak and to be listened to. They have so much to say, and they have very, very creative ways to say it. And I think this project sort of opens a door for them to be able to speak to power and to speak to the general population and to say what they think, because the youth is really the majority of the population of this nation.
We're also looking forward to having engagement with young people, especially during one of the summits that we are looking forward to host, Youth Connect Africa Summit, where we are hoping that young people can be in those dialogues to tell us, how are you solving a problem in a country like Djibouti? How are you solving a problem in a country like Ghana? What can we borrow from Kigali? So looking at all this, that we are hoping that we can be able to have those challenges where not just here locally, but we want to be the pace setters for the African nation.
Hi, my name is Chris Adwar. I'm a music producer, songwriter, artist, performer, keyboard player, music director, and a teacher. Well, I'm known for being the frontman of the Villagers Band, as the lead singer and the music director. But I've also been involved in a lot of TV shows, some of the most notable being Tusker Project fame, as a songwriting coach, as a band leader, and as a preliminary judge, as well as a guest judge on some of the shows. I've also worked with some of Africa's finest musicians, in my opinion.
My name is DJ Space. I've got an M-Pesa name though, which is Arthur Wandera. My current profession is, I have three. I'm a DJ/VJ, so entertainer, performer, and it overlaps into music production, where I'm a music producer and also directing videos, film, and I'm a music director, creating, curating music arrangements, content for different performance genres. I'm best known for being a DJ, first of all. I've DJed for quite a while, different levels, different types of events, and I'm also well known for being a music producer. I've produced from entertainment perspective, but also I'm known for producing on TV shows, the biggest music show, Coke Studio Africa, which I was a producer for 4 seasons. People associate me with such work, and I'm also known for running an events company that handles events and marketing concepts known as MOB Entertainment Limited.
Yeah, it's always fantastic to work with my colleagues, DJ Space and Helen Tawali, and also with the PPMC team. They're always extremely supportive, and when we're working with them on projects such as these, where we get the opportunity to sort of select some of the finest musicians we can find, it's always, number one, a lot of fun. It always expands our creativity as well, because when we get these artists, we know that we have to sort of stretch our minds to be able to accommodate them and also to teach them something that's new. So in the process, we're also always learning.
So what next? What next? We look forward to doing more of these challenges. You remember this is the National Youth Week, International Youth Day, and we hope that we can be able to continue doing as we've been doing annually, the challenges to call up on youth to come and participate. I know this year we've done the Youth Challenge, but we don't want to stop there. We want to do phase 2 of this. When you look at the young people, there are so many talented youth. We don't want this person, after we do one song, that we are stopping there. We want to see what other topics can we be able to pick up. This year we've picked peace, we picked democracy. Next year we can pick peace and security. The other year we can pick another topic that resonates with young people and ensure that are we curating information on the same topic. It doesn't have sometimes to be a song. It can be a poem. It can be a skit. It can be something that is communicating, because young people actually, we love art. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our partners. First and foremost, I would like to thank UNDP. UNDP has made this happen and ensuring that we are able to work with the young people to push for the agenda of democracy. I would like also to thank the Embassy of Ireland, because in their youth docket, they've been able to support us financially together with UNDP to ensure that we push for the democracy agenda on youth matters. I would also like to thank PPMC, Permanent Presidential Music Commission. They've made it very possible for us to ensure that we just go through the competition, ensuring that from the time we called for the application from the young people to the voting and to ensuring we have a final product, they've walked the journey with us. We also would like to thank the judges that have tirelessly worked with us to ensure that we give a top-notch output of the youth song. I would also like to thank our ministry, starting with our Honorable CS Ababu Namwamba, for even continuing to support us and providing leadership to ensure that we push the agenda of Talanta Hela and to ensure that the young people are getting these opportunities. So I would like to thank you very much, sir, for continuing to support National Youth Council to ensure that it's the official voice of the youth. As you're aware, the youth are 75% of the population of this country. And the youth are that asset that we need to keep on tapping to ensure that we have a generation that is very productive and a generation that is contributing to the development of this country. So when I look at the things that we are doing, there is so much for the young person of this country. And we are excited as National Youth Council to ensure that we keep on holding their hand, we keep on supporting them, we keep on informing them of the opportunities that are out there. I know there are so many opportunities that all of us are working towards. I know there are so many partners out there who would want to be part of this great journey to ensure that they are contributing to the change and the transformation of the youth story. We call upon you, come to our Ministry of Youth, the Arts and Sports, come to National Youth Council, partner with us, let us be part of the change we want to see in our youth.